Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Project Geekology. I'm one third of your host, Rich, joined as always by
Dakota and the illustrious
Anthony.
Thank God we are joining you guys. We're very thankful to be back after Thanksgiving. And this episode, we guys have exciting news. We have a new sponsor. All right. Just some deals went down, some things happened. All right. We are being sponsored by Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise. Please make sure you guys spend your weekend, your hard-earned money, trying to get just as rich as Biff. See, try your luck this weekend at Pleasure Paradise, open all day, Saturday and Sunday at your local Hilldale Mall. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited about this partnership. Of course, it is coming from, it is incredible. We talked about Back to the Future, and when people ask about my favorite movies, I always go to like my franchises, my Star Wars or my Lord of the Rings. But man, it's like I feel like I've disrespected this franchise. The second one might be better than the first, guys. I don't know. What do you say?
I am actually really excited to discuss Back to the Future 2 because there were a lot of parts in this where I was just like, have I seen this movie? Oh yeah, okay, I have seen this movie. All right, yeah. So I think I've only ever seen this one time, a very long time ago, decades ago at this point. So I am coming at this very fresh. There was like a good 30 minutes where I was just like, man, I've never seen this movie. What the heck? I have always thought I've seen this movie. And then I remembered, like, as soon as I got to the Biff Tannen's like casino and everything, everything started to click a little bit. But I think there are some parts of this film that are strangely forgettable or weaker. And that probably took me out of the story. Oh, Rich is giving me the death stare. Let's send it over to Anthony. Are we excited about today's episode?
We are,
The illustrious
before
and
we
sickly Anthony.
Yes, but before we, hop into like any deeper discussion about, Back to the Future, we always do this. We always have like the pre-discussion of the discussion. I want to send it over to Rich to see what he has been up to besides Red Dead Redemption and what is it? What remaster were you playing?
Oblivion.
Yes.
So I don't know what happened. I actually was playing both of them and generally enjoying them, but I don't know. Sometimes I think in Oblivion I ended up going to the Shivering Isles where I'm like trapped with this like demon who just messes with everyone's minds, and it's very annoying. And I'm enjoying it, but I'm kind of like stuck in that area right now, and I just want to finish it off. So I'd been playing Red Dead, but I took a break from that, and I was doing Fallout 4, and I don't know, my ADHD is everywhere. So out of nowhere, I just decided I was going to buy Astrobot, and it has been a delight, just delightful. Like I love that there's a part where you're like playing as Kratos, which is just like super cool. It's got so many references to old PlayStation games. Oh, and I watched last night Expendables 2, and I had such a great moment. Chuck, I don't know if you guys were into Chuck Norris jokes back in the day. I was a big Chuck Norris jokes
Absolutely,
guy.
Yeah.
Right, and in the movie, they asked Chuck Norris like, "How you been?" He's like, "Well, I got bit by a snake. I don't know, it's touch and go there for a while. 5 days of pain and agony, but the snake finally died." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, Chuck Norris did a Chuck Norris joke!" Like Sylvester Stallone just needs to be like praised forever because he brought that to like the screen,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I was I was very enthused. But enough about me. I'm just gonna throw it over to Dakota. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I know, Anthony, you've been playing Red Dead Redemption as well. You texted us earlier that you were playing RDR, and I thought that was Rance Dance Revolution.
The hit favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite sequel to DDR.
Yeah, RDR. Yeah, no, I have not been playing Rance Dance Revolution or Red Dead, but I have been playing an open world game that I was pretty into a couple years ago, and then I just kind of fell off. I think because Hogwarts Legacy came out, and I just totally forgot about this other game. But I have been replaying Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, or not replaying, I just picked up where I left off, and I'm just enjoying it. It's such a massive world. Like, I'm consistently amazed at how like fresh they were able to make Pandora feel for this game. And it's not even places that we visit in the movies. It's like another forest. It's another biome where there's like plains and everything. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous game. There's so many points where I just like look at the landscape and I cannot believe like someone, you know, some group of people is Ubisoft, like put this together, and I'm so grateful because it's a really fun game. It is a little tedious, and I think that's why most places gave it like a 7 out of 10. It's a typical Ubisoft game where, you know, you get a handful of basic quests that they populate the entire world with, along with the main quest and everything. But I'm trying to accomplish all the side quests and just complete the map and everything. But it's massive, and what's cool about the map for Frontiers of Pandora is the verticality to it. So most of the game, not most of the game, but like you could just fly forever on your Ikron, and you can fly up to the floating mountains. And so even though like the map is like 250 something kilometers like wide squared, there's also the verticality of like there's so much happening above you and sometimes below you or inside the mountains, and it's just there's a lot to it. So I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, I feel like there was something. Oh, I started watching. Before we get into that, I'm just like really into Avatar right now. I'm getting into the groove, especially going into Fire and Ash in I think 2 weeks time. I already have my tickets for opening weekend, and I'm very excited, stoked even. Like Fire and Ash, stoked. Get it? That was an unintentional pun, actually. But you know what? Here I am. Yeah. So I just started watching season 5 of Stranger Things right before we started recording.
Oh yeah.
I have you watched the 5 episodes so far, or did you just start it? Or
Yeah. No, I'm a degenerate, and I binged it like I think
in a sitting.
the way it came on at 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I finished it Friday morning.
Very good. I did not do that. I just started. I think it's December 4th at this point. Yeah. So I am not a degenerate, but I am enjoying it, and I am actually, you know, I am a degenerate in some ways. You know, like I will just sit and obsess over something for an insane amount of time, and sometimes spit out content for it.
But
I'm debating it. I'm debating it for Stranger Things.
Does
I'm also debating it for Avatar.
Like, I want to ask Anthony this too. Like, my thing with like Stranger Things is like I really like the series, right? And my fear with like one of the reasons why, like when it comes out, like I kind of hate binge watching because I feel like I lose a lot. And I like, you guys know I like to rewatch like an episode before I watch the next one, and I don't do that when I binge. But like I feel like I have to rush to do it because I'm scared that I'm going to go on like Twitter and someone's going to spoil it for me.
For Stranger Things, honestly, I don't feel that way at all. Just because so long, there's like such gaps between seasons. Mm-hmm. I think the last season was like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was like in 2022 or something. That I don't even remember what happened. I'm watching the recap and I'm like, oh yeah, there was that girl Max. Oh yeah, okay, they're maybe dating. So I don't remember anything, and then I just go in fresh. Anthony, what are your thoughts
on Stranger Things? I haven't started it yet.
No, like if you, Rich has a fear that with certain things, it's not necessarily a fear of missing out; it's a fear of being spoiled. So he has to watch it immediately. Do you ever get that with anything?
No, because I really don't care to get on social media. I literally mostly get on to social media to post these episodes. I don't really care for social media. It's quite annoying to be frank. So I don't really get spoiled unless it's like like an article that was like posted, like because I do get like I do read like articles of stuff, so I mean usually they warn of spoilers, but
That's wild that you have a computer job and you're not on social media. You might be one of the few.
No, I mean I would say the only social media job that really or the only social media that really matters in a tech job is LinkedIn. That's it.
Oh,
What do I need Twitter for? What do I need Facebook for?
Downtime.
Job wise. So, I mean,
yeah, no, not job wise. I'm saying like just you're around tech, so
right. Well, I mean, the thing is that like I love tech, but that doesn't mean that I need to love social media. It's
That's
like
fair,
something
yeah,
that's
yeah.
completely different. It's
No, that's a good attitude to have.
yeah. I mean, I still have it, and from time to time I do hop on, and like I'll message friends and stuff, but I don't. Yeah, like I don't get really spoiled like that because I'm not on it all the time like that.
Nah, man, I'm doom scrolling as we speak.
I know, man.
Anthony, wait, before I give it up to you, I don't think I have anything else, but I am really excited to hear about last week because you did something that neither Rich nor I have done. And yeah, please tell us about your trip to Orlando.
Oh yeah, man. I just saw some family and yeah, that's it, man.
And by family, you mean Frankenstein and Dolores Umbridge?
Man, I didn't see anybody, dude. I did not. Yeah, man. I went to Universal Epic Universe. And it was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it. I liked the way that they had the setup of each land. They wanted you to feel immersed, so they had each land. The way to get through it was by like stepping through a quote unquote portal,
Did it feel like a portal? Like the actual commercials and everything. It's like it makes it seem as though like you are like going into another world by entering those portals.
The only one that really that knocks it out of the park, because you're like walking through kind of like pretty much like a tunnel, right?
It's a tube, yeah.
And the one that like really like kills it with that is the Mario one, because Mario, you go through tubes in the game, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was really good though. Like I love the immersion. The area with the Harry Potter area was really cool. They had the Ministry of Magic, and then they had like the carnival that was in Fantastic Beasts. So they had like a lot of like Fantastic Beast stuff there, which is really cool because I enjoy at least the first movie. I really enjoyed the first one of those.
Do you think that obviously the Harry Potter films are huge? Fantastic Beasts, maybe the first one performed well. Do you think it's worth recreating sets or ideas from essentially a failed side series, because they're not doing it anymore? It was supposed to be 5 films. They stopped after 3 in like a place like a Universal.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna do it, at least grab stuff from the one film that was good,
Fair.
So I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I really did like that first movie a lot, and so they did have elements. I mean, that carnival was that was from the first one, right? With Nagini in it.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. Was Nagini there?
What happened?
Is Nagini in Universal?
No. Nagini is not in Universal.
She broke free already?
Yeah, man, she broke free. Yeah, they had like a show, and it like takes place after Newt Scamander like kind of breaks all the animals out, or all the creatures. So but the battle for the Ministry was pretty fun. It was kind of like, did you go on the Hogwarts ride?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's very similar to that. Like you're sitting and like you're kind of moving around and stuff, and
into different scenes.
Right. But it was still like really fun. So like I really enjoyed that. The Dark Universe. What happened?
Oh, sorry. Tell me about Dark Universe, and then I'll ask my question.
The Dark Universe was really, really cool. I like how they went about it. one of the rides for that was very similar to the battle for the ministry. Like you're sitting in something and you're kind of moving around, but there's also like animatronics
Yeah,
and
that
screens
has a
and
lot
stuff.
of animatronics in that one. Yeah.
What is the Dark Universe?
That's the Universal Monsters.
It's the
Oh, okay.
Universal Monsters, Frankenstein, werewolf,
Right.
Oh,
Wolfman,
cool.
and
All right,
stuff.
awesome.
And so
The
that
old
one was
mummy,
really
yeah.
cool because like they actually showed like a lot of like monsters in that one. It had like Frankenstein, it had Dracula in it, dude. Like it also had like Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Like I really like feel like they're trying to like. Well, I mean, there is a Frankenstein movie that just came out that's on Netflix, but I feel like it doesn't make sense.
That's not connected to
Right.
anything Universal.
But like for me, it doesn't make sense for them to create a park like this if they don't have plans to bring them back, in a big way.
Yeah, we should cover the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein movie. I haven't seen it yet, but
I heard it was pretty good. I'd like to I want to watch it. But yeah, I heard it was really good. There was also like a roller
you wanna do that for
coaster.
next week?
What happened?
You want to do that for next week?
Yeah, we could do that next week.
Nice, simple
Clock it.
Guillermo del Toro movie. Rich, what's up?
Clock it.
Clock it.
Not clock
Episode
it.
144 will be Frankenstein themed.
My students would be so proud of me.
But yeah, they they had like a Wolfman ride. That was a roller coaster that was pretty fun because like you would like kind of like spin around in that one.
I hear that while the Super Mario Land and the Dark Universe land.
Super Mario Land?
Oh yes,
Super Mario.
There's-
Okay. Super Mario.
No, there were no horses there.
No, you just said it's super weird. I just wanted to you were pronouncing it kind of weird, so I just wanted
Wait,
to,
actually, how did I pronounce it? I don't actually know.
you said Super Mario. I don't. It was.
Oh,
weird.
Super Mario. Super Mario.
Oh wait, can I just Anthony, I gotta tell the audience, all right? So Anthony, when he went on his last trip, he sent some pictures, and I just kept finding like I found a part in Red Dead Redemption that I thought like it looked like when he was on vacation. He sent us another picture of like an archery range. I found one in Oblivion, and I sent him the picture, right? So he goes on this trip, and I felt like he just gave me a gift. The first picture he sends us is of the Mario world, right? So I'm obviously playing Odyssey, and I'm like, dude, that's literally just Mario, like, because it's just a fountain, right? Like, I was like, this is too easy. No,
fun.
but all jokes aside, it looked like you had a fantastic time from the pictures, man. It looks like so cool.
Yeah, that was it was really fun. Like honestly, to tell you the truth, like I was able to pretty much hit like most of the rides. Like surprisingly enough, the one ride that actually took the longest, like we got to go on to the Mario Kart ride, but believe it or not, the longest ride that like took forever to get onto was the Donkey Kong one, and it was actually really fun. Like the Donkey Kong ride was like cool because they had a Donkey Kong country like area towards the back.
Nice.
I know that the Nintendo area. I'm gonna steer clear of the M word here.
I mean that it's actually called like Super Nintendo Land or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Super Nintendo Land, perfect. I know that and like Dark Universe are often, hailed for their immersion. But what I have heard is that the How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk, is actually the best. It's like the hidden gem of Epic Universe in terms of immersion and like just feeling like you're actually there. Do you agree with that, or how do you feel?
I think that they all have like their like pluses, but the Isle of Berk was really cool. We got to go on the roller coaster on that one, and yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, man, each land was like pretty cool, and obviously they're going to expand. They have to, and I think that's why they've built it so far away from the other Universal. Like it's not super far, but it's far enough for them to expand. And
I think aren't they? I have a feeling the next one is going to be like Wicked themed.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
it's a huge film.
We
were you
actually
able to ride everything that you wanted to ride?
Yeah.
Did you have any fast pass or anything?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like it was cool because like there were certain aspects of the park that was only open to people that were staying at the hotel. But like while we were waiting to get into like the Nintendo land, somebody passed by, like one of the workers. They were like, "Hey, the Harry Potter stuff's open." So we're like, "Yeah, like, let's just book it over there." So we hopped onto that, and we were able to catch that. And then after, like, believe it or not, like after catching like a bunch of the rides, like we actually were able to catch some of the shows. Like we caught the show at the Isle of Berk. It was like the Untrainable Dragon. That was pretty cool. We also the one that was in Harry Potter, that was like in the circus tent. They had a show for that. That one was pretty cool. So yeah, man.
That's awesome, bro.
There was, I don't know if you all read that there was somebody who died on one of the rides.
Yes.
The Stardust Chaser. I went on that ride. Yeah, I can see why. That, like, dude, like I was getting beaten up on that ride. It
Really?
was so intense. Like I was lifting out of my seat, dude. It kind of freaked me out. And then by the time that the ride was done, like I was like super nauseous. Like I had to like kind of like stop and like kind of breathe because I was about to hurl, bro. Like that ride was too intense. I was like, never again. Not that one. It was too much. It was like way. It was like, when I say like you're going fast, like you're like, there's moments where like you're going at like, just like a regular like speed, and then it's like friggin' like hyper speed, like and like I felt like my neck was gonna like snap off, dude. I was like, whoa. So like yeah, man, that one was rough.
Well, there you have it, folks. That seems like a really awesome time. I'm very excited to go. I don't know when I will be going, but probably soon. I don't know. That's just like a
smuggle
soon
Rich and
with
I
a-
in with you when you go.
Yeah, I definitely will. We'll do a podcast on Stardust Racers, and
That would be insane.
We'll record our screams.
Actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna leave it off on this. And this is the first time out of all the rides that I've been on in my life, I have never been on a ride that they're like, you have to make sure that everything is out of your pockets. They have like lockers there, and then when you go upstairs from the lockers, you actually have to walk through a metal detector to make sure that there's like no like things that are in your... Dude,
snap.
I've never been on a ride that did that. That I was like, oh. And then like when I finished, I was like, okay, yeah, now I understand, because I'm pretty sure that my phone would be in Kissimmee right now if I had it in my pocket.
Wow. Well, you know what also is pretty epic in its universe is Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise. And I think we should change our discussion over to Back to the Future 2, where we get to experience a little bit of Biff Tannen's life and just enjoy the hero of this story a little bit, and his pleasure palace.
I mean,
I love Biff. I think after this movie, I'm a diehard Biff fan. Like, I am so pro Biff. He stopped school. How many people do you know that can just stop school from happening for everybody? That's pretty awesome.
I mean, the actor that plays Biff, like he nails it. Like, I mean, the performance that he did in the first movie, like, it rolls right over into this one.
You know which performance didn't roll over into this one?
Jennifer.
I looked at that face. I was like, that's not Jennifer.
This was
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, it was. It's a big, like, I don't know about you guys. I'm not even sure if at the time of the movie it would have been a huge deal, but like, I love Elizabeth Shue, Adventures of Babysitting, and stuff like that. So I've always thought she was fantastic, and so I thought this was a pretty big move. Like, and I think she's a much better actress than the first Jennifer, to be fair. But I think
I don't remember her being a bad actress.
It had to do with height, I think, also.
Why?
I believe if you look this up, this is. I feel like that actress was a little taller, and they wanted someone who's going to be shorter than Marty, so they went with Elizabeth Shue.
No, I think the reason why the other actress didn't come back was because there was some family stuff going on. Like, I think there was like a family, like, health thing going on. I don't think,
Really?
yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with height.
Anthony looked this up.
Actually, did yeah.
I know, I can tell.
Maybe I heard that in one of these weird videos.
One of these weird podcasts.
I probably heard it in some AI slop video.
Oh God!
Curses. He is Anthony. You're correct. I stand corrected. I imagine I must have made this short man's nightmare bring it to the forefront, but it's not that. That's not what it was at all.
You dreamt of this. You dreamt of this, Rich. It's a frightening.
It's a Mandela effect, I think. This is a Mandela effect. I think like in my world it happened.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, we got a new Jennifer. They fridge her immediately.
It's crazy.
They get into the future. Why did they even bring her?
Oh,
there was some weird planning in this movie because like it's something about your children, Marty, and then they fly off and it's kinda about the children. It's such a strange setup. And I feel like they didn't actually want to tell that story when they decided to, or like when they got into this next movie, basically. It's like they wanted to just get rid of that plot line within the first 15, 20 minutes so that they can actually tell the story that they wanted to tell when they actually wrote the script. Am I wrong in that? It kind of just feels like they brushed that storyline.
Well, I think that they needed a reason for them to be in the future, for old Biff to like steal the DeLorean to go back in the past, you know. So like, yeah, like that being the real story, that, you know, Biff making himself rich and then Marty and Doc having to fix that timeline. So I think they needed some sort of storyline that brought them to the future. Which that future was 10 years ago in October.
We'll touch on
and we're
that.
still not flying, bro. We are not flying. And we don't wear clothes like that.
He's rage baiting me. He's rage baiting me because before the show started, all right, listen to me.
Rich wanted to wear those clothes. Like he wanted those Nikes that tied themselves.
Dude,
I did! He wanted them self-adjusting jackets. He wanted a hoverboard.
Everything. The diner, that's so cool. Like everything about it is so cool. And like the shark jumping out of the movie theater thing, like everything. And this is gonna sound just so whiny, but I'm just so angry. Like I watched that movie and like every year it got closer and it was so weird. It was so weird for like 2015 to pass, like when it happened, you know, and you got one step closer to the Miami versus the Cubs World Series because the Florida Marlins have changed their name to the Miami Marlins. They're both currently in the National League, but they can't technically be in the World Series yet. But Major League Baseball is planning some sort of a realignment. So it would be interesting to find out that somehow maybe this could happen.
I didn't realize that.
It's too late, Rich. It had to be in 2015.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and the Cubs.
Well, maybe we'll have a realigning in our calendar system.
Can somebody
like our dating system?
I think the Cubs won it in 2000. I think the Cubs the Cubs were in like the playoffs and almost made it to the World Series that year. Like people were like, "Oh my goodness!" Like
the Cubs. There was a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, like that was that was pretty cool. I mean, it's. Yeah, but that you got me really angry there. But
What did you
the kid?
What about the future?
It was the kids.
What about the future did you want most?
Wait, hold on. It was the kids thing. Or I wanted to address the because so at the end of the first movie, and they do this in every movie. I don't know if you guys know this, but 2 and 3 were almost shot concurrently, basically. So
yeah, they have to have because they have that trailer at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
prior to the credits,
and
which means that it was part of the original.
At the end of the first one, that's when he says, "We got to go help your kids," right? So, I think that one, he does that, but also I think it's Doc Brown's like morality about time travel, right? He generally like in that one, he brings Marty because he wants to make sure that Marty's son doesn't go to prison, right? Although Marty is in bad shape himself, like he's not doing good. He's making deals with needles and getting himself in trouble. So he and obviously, we see what happens to the mom and everything. But it's like he wasn't doing it for them. He was doing it for the kids. Like he felt like, okay, even though I don't like doing this, like I can't let Marty's kid go. Like Marty made bad decisions, but I can't let Marty's kid go to jail. You know, right? Because that's before the branch timeline. Like that's what's going on there, right?
Correct. But I don't think that would be. Was there any reason to believe that was the Doc's fault?
No, not that it was Doc's fault, but that Doc would like. I don't think that Doc would, judging by like the way he kind of speaks about time travel and he doesn't like any interaction. Like he literally just wanted to help Marty's kid not go to jail, right?
Okay,
but like he didn't stop Marty from making all those bad decisions, right? Like he hurt his hand, or that he couldn't play music anymore, and then he started making bad decisions. Like he doesn't tell Marty and Jennifer, like, you need to come back with me because like we need to stop you from making bad decisions. He like his morality is like, no, okay, fine, but it's Marty's kid. You know, like it's something about it being the prison.
Kid. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I don't think it really holds up under scrutiny. But in the movie, you just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we just kind of have to do as a podcast here.
Okay.
But
I could do this for hours, guys.
I'm not trying to like stop the conversation there. I just like, I think we can talk in circles about this because it is a very cyclical concept of like, you change one thing, why not change another thing? Yeah. Why change this, but not something else, you know?
All I can think about is like the older Biff, like with his cane. Hello.
That was really funny.
Dude.
Okay, actually, I'm really impressed in both of these movies, both 1 and 2, that a primarily young cast outside of Emmett Brown is capable of playing many different age ranges, you know? And parallel universe versions and some gender bent roles.
Yes, Marty has his own daughter, dude.
That was ridiculous.
I forgot about that.
Funny. And like when she comes downstairs, like the way she's like, "Mom, is that you?" And like you see that it's him. I like that. Oh my gosh, dude. That I will say that even though this movie does have its flaws, like it's still hard to not have fun with it. Like. And it's exactly what it's supposed to be, a fun movie, right?
I like how whenever we say anything slightly edging towards negative, Rich gets this look on his face like, what did you say? What did you say about my favorite movie?
Like, I'll tell you this. Like, so Lauren, Lauren knows we're covering the movies. And she's like, wait a minute. You guys are going to do that terrible third one, are you? And I was like, what are you talking about? That one might be the best one. And she's like, you can't think the Western. I just, it's like the pirate for me. I don't know. The only other series that I'm like this about is Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like it can do no wrong. Like I just love the notion, the idea of it. I don't know what it is. I just absolutely.
Oh, you're not just talking about the third Pirates. You're talking about pirates in general.
Like the whole Pirates.
The idea of the world.
The Pirates.
Is just so enthralling.
Man. Oh,
that,
the
like,
best.
You know, we got to cover some Pirates movies one of these days.
So this one just continues for me. And I like you said, I love the range that all these actors show. And I would say that Biff is almost, if you kind of do a line through the series. Like Marty essentially plays very similar versions of even if when he's a sister, like, but he's only brief, but like he plays kind of very similar versions of himself, like his son version, his dad version, or his older version are very similar. But Biff has the best range, I think, of any actor in the series because he really, he's got this Biff and then he's gonna do another Biff that's like this Western Biff. Like he's just a great. And then if you listen to the guy talk, he's like the sweetest man. Like he's like the nicest guy. He's a sweet, like a gentle soul. But
Biff is the hero. Biff is the hero, guys.
I mean, he does get the girl. I mean,
the Doc is the villain. He's the.
I feel like we've heard this argument before with someone from Smallville.
Well, you know, do you guys know
DVDA?
It's the band of Matt Parker and Trey Stone, the creators of South Park.
I feel like I have heard of it. Yeah.
So like they wrote the music for like Orgasmo, and they performed it, and they kind of perform a lot of music. So there's this one song the lyric is what makes a man? Is it his quest for glory, or is it the size of his woman's chest? And they go, it's probably the chest, and they just kind of refer to that. And when you said that Biff Tannen's the hero here, according to the movie Orgasmo and that song, and what they did to Marty's mom, which was, I mean, Marty McFly's face, and it's so perfect, right? Like, I don't know, what would you do if suddenly you saw your mom in like a lounge dress with like implants out of nowhere? You know, it's horrifying.
It would be an eye-opening experience.
It's so fun. It's so funny because it's like this is like the second time that he's been like mortified by his mother.
Yes, it's every movie with this guy. I love the shock. I love that he just can't wrap his mind around it, and he keeps like trying to draw attention to it, but like she just brushes it off. Yeah, Biff was a hero for that, you know. I guess. Oh, I hate that I'm about to make this pun. He liked his woman a little juicier, and something on this podcast has nothing to do with women's anatomy. We love juicy reviews. This is such a terrible. Oh man, I hope this isn't your first episode listening to us. Please don't go. No, guys, lock in. I need you to sit down, write a little 5-star review for us, a juicy 5-star review, something Biff Tannen would not turn away from, something he would bet on. Yeah, and just whatever podcast application you're listening to, we need that 5-star juicy review, guys. Please, and thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
If you don't, are you chicken?
This man walked in and gave me a letter. I don't know how he knew I would be here, but it says the Back to the Future 2 episode was absolutely fantastic. Keep up the good work. 5 stars. Juicy as F. That must have been some sort of message that was left for us somehow. It's like somebody knew we were going to be here. Thank you guys for that great review. Let's get back to the episode.
Oh, thank you guys. That's wow. That's crazy. That must be juicy as F as in like fox, like
or fruit, like berries.
Michael J. Fox. Oh my god. Sorry, I've past like 30 seconds. I've been like, who in this movie starts with an F? Who in this movie? Anyway, let's jump back into it. Apparently, Marty's mom did not care for the upgrades. And that was pushed on her by Biff, who in this instance, I will admit, does not seem very good, even though I still think overall he did. He lowered the prices of that town quite a bit, and housing was affordable. And you know, like there are things you can say about Biff, and there are things that I can imply, but I don't think we're going to be in the middle here.
Could you then explain to me Lion Estates when the poor former principal or the dean of the high school,
he was playing Red Dead Redemption
2, who's wearing he's got to wear like a bulletproof vest in front of his house because the former school kids, because it was just trying to understand, there's no school. But somehow this guy is like still so hated, like years after school's been disbanded, that these random group of thugs just run by to shoot shotguns at his front door.
Do not catch this guy slacking, because he will call you out on it.
I do like how he's decked out like Rambo, like he's just, and then like he just chases them down the street with a shotgun.
Like, okay, Anthony, if there was one phrase that you would use across universes, what would it be? This guy is a slacker. What do you think your word or phrase would be?
I don't have phrases.
I'm gonna go with "Let's go Mets."
Let's go Mets.
I think any universe, I'm a Mets fan.
The first thing that comes to my mind is what I have ended my videos with for the past year or so is "Long live the timeline," which kind of works in pretty much every universe, so long as there is a timeline in that universe. So I think it's pretty proportional. I would say for Anthony, it's like "Stay juicy, my friends."
That or crunchy.
Yeah, he loves the crunch. Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't very invested in the future plot. When they got to the future, I wasn't sold on anything that was supposed to be future tech. Like, I go into Blade Runner and I'm like, this is 2019 or 2017. Yeah, this is 2017. Like, this is LA in the early 21st century. I get it. This totally makes sense to me. I go into Back to the Future too. It feels like Tomorrowland in like Disney World. Like, it just doesn't. It feels super mid 20th century ideas of futurism, and I guess that like throws me off a little bit. But also, I don't think the real plot that they wanted to tell in this movie was the future. I think the plot that they wanted to tell was back in the 50s. So, or back in the 80s, 50s and 80s. You know where I felt the movie was actually strongest was him going back to the 1955 and having that, chase with Biff trying to get the sports almanac.
Oh man.
That was such a good sequence because it matched up, I think, really well with the first film's level of events, like the order of events that need to take place. It felt like it all lined up perfectly. I could totally see, this other Marty and this other Doc in this universe playing out those scenes in the background of the first movie now, even though this would be, I don't know, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. But dude, I was on the edge of my seat, like a lot, because I don't remember watching this movie. So like, I had no idea how he was going to handle that. And it turned out to be manure again.
I like how the Doc is prepared money wise, like when he goes to like different places. So he had like 1950s money, and then
which is clever, actually.
He's like, and then he's like buy something inconspicuous like clothing wise, and like the next scene is just him like rolling up with like a freaking
such a like
he's a blues
conspicuous
brother.
outfit. Yeah,
right. And I love his line. It's like, Doc, come in, Doc.
He was in the backseat of that car. I'm like, Biff's gonna hear you, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. I'm like, bro, how's Biff not
the
hearing
different, by
this?
the way, I love the manure gag. I just love the crashing into gross, like the what happens to Biff. I
can only imagine that it happens once again in the third movie, because one thing we don't really get one thing we don't really lose going back 70 years before 1955 is horses. Like they exist, and they poop a lot. So I'm gonna have to guess that Biff and his cronies, or like the Biff analog or the Biff distant relative, will indeed, this is my theory, I haven't watched 3 yet, will crash into a cart of manure.
Can I just I'm not going to confirm or deny that, right?
Thank you.
But I will say that this movie, if you watch a third one, this movie does so much direct leading in. It's crazy. Like,
it's absolutely insane. Yeah, like I was watching it with Jen, my wife, and she every like couple scenes she's just like, wow, they're really, I never realized how much they leaned into the third movie in this. like a lot of Old West stuff. Yeah.
Even the, Biff's watching the Old West on the TV. Doc says that I want to go back to the Old West one day. And then he also mentions at one point that, like, the last thing he kind of wants to do in his life is find love. And, like, that's gonna... It's kind of... And even the... because I don't think this happened in the first one, unless I'm wrong, but the chicken thing didn't happen until this movie.
Chicken thing
where he gets
yeah, they don't talk about who you calling chicken.
Yeah, and it flips him off, like he just sets him off, and then like you're gonna find out in 3 that it's like a family trait. Like literally like being called chicken is like ridiculous.
I believe it.
So I don't know if I appreciate it or if I just thought it was like super freaking heavy-handed. Like, man, like, wow, that's a lot of foreshadowing, like
a lot of chickens.
But I assume that also that you wouldn't know this, right? Like when you're watching 2, there's no way until you watch 3 that you're like, oh my goodness.
So,
and they came out 6 months apart in theaters.
I knew obviously that the third one is an Old West movie. I know that. I've never seen it, but I know that. So going into this, whenever they would touch on the Old West, they even like when they get to Biff Tannen's place, there's a little slideshow of like Biff Tannen's life, and it goes as far back as his distant relative or great grandfather in the Old West. Was this guy
Mad Dog?
Yes. So I knew then that at least Biff returns in some form in the next film. Yeah. What did you think, Anthony, of the foreshadowing of the Old West?
I think it's something that we'll have to wait until we discuss the third film.
I love Anthony's like slow build up when he like right before he answers a question, like a direct question, he has to like sit up and like get really close to his mic, and then he goes, I guess we'll find out.
And next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, yeah, man, I really do think that they do a good job in trying to set themselves up, and I really do like how this movie, like, and obviously, like, when we go to watch the next movie, you'll see how this movie leads right into the next one. I mean, this movie literally ends the same way that the third movie starts,
Is there any movie out there that immediately shows you the sequel's trailer before the credits even roll, like this one does?
I was thinking about that.
I'm trying to think of anything. Like,
it's crazy. It's like literally, I think the only thing I've ever seen do that is like TV shows. Yeah.
But Stranger Things takes 97 years for us to watch. Like, I just don't understand. But this guy can take... I mean, 2, just all time, probably cinematic masterpieces in Back to the Future 2 and 3, and he gets them done, 6 months apart, like put out there 6 months apart. That's amazing.
That is pretty cool.
Why didn't they do this with Stranger Things so we don't have to have 37-year-olds playing 13-year-olds?
I know. I think with Stranger Things, they have really pigeonholed themselves into making every episode feel cinematic and like a movie instead of making it feel like a TV show. And that's part of Netflix's model, right? So it's going to take longer naturally than because, if you got a 10 episode season and the average episode is like an hour and 10 minutes, that's... Yeah. What, 12 hours that you gotta film for?
Because they're so greedy. They gotta go to school and stuff, man. It's like, give us our entertainment,
Stranger Things isn't even like their biggest issue. Their biggest is the fact that they're trying to do like a live action One Piece, and at some point they're gonna have to stop because at some point it's just not gonna make sense.
In terms of like
because
the characters aging and stuff?
Right, the characters aging, and it's just so much, dude. Like, by the time they catch up, it'll be, like, so many years down the line. Like, when was season 1? 2023? It was
24. No, I think it was early last year, and then the next one is early next year. So it's on a two-year basis, basically.
So think, like, they're barely touching an arc every 2 years, and
Yeah,
like there's
no,
a
I
bunch
know.
of
I know.
arcs,
Don't
you know.
don't
So that's what I'm saying. But you know, you know who
Chopper.
wouldn't have that issue? No, Doc Brown.
Yo, Doc
because he
Brown is
could
the
go.
reason all the bad things happen. You know, Marty's parents just had they didn't have a bad life. It was just kind of subpar. So they were a little alcoholics. So they were kind of losers. Blah blah blah. That doesn't make what you do right, Mr. Doc Brown. I think the fact that Biff Tannen got a hold of your time machine, your DeLorean, I believe that is justice for the wrongs that you've inadvertently you've created and destroyed universes, sir. Billions died due to your meddling, and I can't take that. I think that this guy's actually truly evil, and he deserved to be in jail.
What do you think about the upgrades to the DeLorean? You know, like this time it can fly. He also doesn't need the plutonium. He can just like create fusion with garbage.
I kind of forgive Doc for everything, just because that is actually a very useful upgrade to the DeLorean. Now he can just power it with any energy, basically, and I think that is far more cost effective and economical. Well, which is the same thing. I said the same thing twice.
And no Libyans required.
Yeah, I do. I wonder.
Oh, yeah.
From the
there's
first
thing
one?
I would like that they didn't do in the second one, and I feel like they're so good about everything, but there's like no mention of the fact that a car drove into the movie theater, right? Like there's like no, because you know how they do the repairing of the clock tower and everything, but like at one point doesn't the DeLorean go into the front of the movie theater? Am I making this up?
I don't remember.
You are.
What, in the second movie or the first movie?
It's at the end of the first, where he's like driving, and when he hits like the wire with the bolt of lightning, driving towards a movie theater, but he disappears.
But doesn't he end up in the movie theater? Okay, sorry. When he gets back to 1985?
No, he's in a parking lot.
Okay.
Is he? Wait.
Yeah, like he goes back to Lone Pine Mall to like, I think he wants to try to save the doc.
Oh no, he does end up on the same street. Oh, he does.
He, like,
yeah,
corrects,
when he goes,
when he
yes,
and then he has to
when he
run.
when he goes back to the future, he like. Yeah, when he enters the other side, he jams it into. Yeah, you're right. He does do that, and then he backs up, and then he goes to the mall.
I know it's like the smallest thing, but I really wish it would have been like,
right.
the grand opening of the like the movie theater, because that's like kind of like, I don't know. I think they're so good about little things that's just one extra thing that I would love to have. But I can wax poetic about this movie for hours, gentlemen. I can acknowledge the flaws that you guys point out, but I can see past all of them to just embrace this movie and the whole franchise as something I just absolutely love. Whenever it's on TV with commercials, I will watch it. I cannot change the channel. I have to watch these movies. I love the interaction with Doc Brown and Marty. I love all of it. I really do appreciate so much of it. It's good, clean fun. You can watch it as an adult. You can watch it as a kid. I think it's the bee's knees. That's.
Well, what else would you say about it, Rich? Like, there's something that, like how good of a time it is.
I feel like I'm being set up to slam dunk here, and I think I'm missing the ball on it.
Something that you always say when you have a good time with a movie or a show.
The Wolverine.
Is it the Wolverine?
I actually have no idea what you're saying.
No, would you say that it
Yes,
is a
I'd say
rip-roaring
yes.
good time?
Yes.
Yeah, you do say rip-roaring good
Well,
time quite a bit.
Yeah,
actually.
you know what?
That actually
Honestly,
might be your new
that
catchphrase
might
for
be
the
my
universe.
catchphrase. You know what? It is. I challenge. I don't even understand people who could sit here and not watch this movie and walk out and with a smile on your face. And I think that's what movies are supposed to do for me. I really like it when a movie is just and this goes with the what was it? the Dungeons and Dragons movie that we watched.
Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves, the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's something about like these movies that lack true darkness. Like as evil as Biff is, right? Like it's almost like he's so comically evil that you know he's not going to succeed in the end, right? Like you know that good is going to win and triumph. And I don't know, there's something comforting about watching the movies that I really enjoy. There's no morally really disturbing thing that you have to deal with. It's just a fun movie. That's all I gotta say.
I have to morally live with the fact that I'm supposed to pretend Doc Brown is a hero when he's a destroyer of timelines and universes. Which just started
So do you hear this, Rich, right? You hear this, right?
The accusation of Emmett Brown, and it just lines up with what Biff said, with the old man. He's like, if a young boy and an old crazy guy ever come over, you got to shoot him, and we also left out the fact that Biff just straight up killed George McFly and then takes his wife. Like what?
Yeah.
Like she was destitute, so now he takes her. And there was that scene in the middle of the 50s where he yells, like he was basically like trying to like fondle her in the street when she gets her dress for the prom.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes, "You'll be my wife one day, Lorraine. You'll be my wife." Which is like such a scary romantic threat. Like what?
That's true love, buddy. Like you may not realize it for what it is, but that's love. That's love for you.
Man, you do that now and you get committed.
Exactly. Like that's. Oh, and I think that's the other part of it. It's like the loosey goosiness of it. Like they're fine with embracing that. I don't know. I'm gonna kick it to one of you guys because I literally could just talk all night about how much I love this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over and say that it is a rip roaring good time. They rip roar right through the timeline. I do like the 15-year jumps or 15-year periods that they kind of bounce, or no, not 15, 20,
30.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. So 55 to 85 to 2015. I like that consistency. It feels like notable jumps, and it's pretty much every generation, gets an opportunity to explore that aspect of history. I did like that they, attempted to explore the future in a meaningful way, to Rich's chagrin. I even like in the credits of the movie, there's a list of like 8 people that they put under, they call, I think it's like future advisors. So basically they hired people to visualize the future meaningfully for this series. And one of those people, funny enough, is they spell it, so it's Doug Chang, who they spell Chang, but his actual name is Chaing. And he is a concept artist for Lucasfilm. And I can see why they would have hired him to be a concept artist or a future advisor for the future of this world. But he got it dead wrong. Damn it, Doug. Damn it.
I have a question. Did you all notice the hidden Baggins?
Oh, yeah. I did.
Yes.
Baby Elijah Wood, man.
You almost had me. But in the diner scene, when he goes to play the gun game, and he's like, "You play games with your hands? That's for babies."
Yeah, man. It's crazy like how young he looks, man. He was
a baby.
Right? And then it's like, this movie came out, in 89?
Yes. Or...
And so about, like 10 years later... He'd be working on The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
That is actually insane. What we didn't touch on was like in the future, everyone's kind of hopped up on like augments, like mental augments or something. Like the Biff of the future. What's his name? Griff.
Griff.
I like Griff.
It's Griff, yeah.
He has like a really high pitched voice, and he's talking really fast, and like sometimes stutters, and it's like he's like a robot, like, but he's all like high on electronics or something. It's the most bizarre choice ever.
It's so funny though, because he's like a dumber version of Biff.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love the interaction between young Biff and old Biff, because like old Biff like realizes that he was like really dumb as a kid, and it's funny because I think about that. I'm like, you know what? If I was in the same boat, I probably would smack my younger self upside his head too, because like there's a lot of dumb things that were done, right? But it was so funny, like when he's like, make like a tree and get out of here, and then like he smacks his head. He's like, it's make like a tree and leave. It sounds dumb when you say it like that, or when you say it wrong. Dude, it's so funny. I love that interaction.
This is a good movie. I'm glad we covered the second Back to the Future, and soon, hopefully, maybe later this year or early next year, we'll cover the third one, because I don't want to wait super long, between films, especially because I haven't seen it. So I want to keep this one fresh in my mind. But remember, guys, Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro, the Netflix film that came out last month. That's what we're covering next week for episode 144 of Project Geekology. But thank you so much for listening to us here for episode 143. We had a good time with our Back to the Future 2 discussion. If you want to check out any of our socials or show notes, you can click down in the box below. Anthony is very active on social media. He posts every day.
I had to mute him.
5 times a day. He has his hand up. He posts 5 times a day. So be sure to follow him, especially. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man, I'm a social media aholic, man. I'm just on every moment. Do I sleep? No. It's because I'm on social media.
You got one of those augments, the mental implants that Biff has. You're at night. You're just like, you're just like.
No, I just wake up yelling, McFly.
Are you in there? Oh gosh, this was a fun movie. And I'm kind of mad that I've waited this long to truly appreciate it. But thank you both for being here on this journey of mine. Rich, I want to thank you especially. I know that this is a very meaningful passing of the torch for you.
Great. I was so excited. Like I said last time, when you guys mentioned these movies, I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, I watched it to humor you guys, right? But I will admit this, watching both of them, I was like, man, I know these movies so well. Like, there was not one scene that I did not vividly recall step for step. So it was really enjoyable, and I do hope we get to the third one, but there is a monster. There's a monster in our future, guys.
We all know you would have watched it.
Oh, and by the way, when
regardless.
Dakota was saying, yeah, it's hard because the Stranger Things came out so far that I was rushing the recap and I forgot about this and that, and I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't watch all 4 seasons right before Thanksgiving Day to wait for it to come out and then binge those 4 episodes?
No, but now that I'm like into it and realizing this is the last season, I do think I'm going to go back before the season's over just to recap it. And who knows, might be a Geekritique video in there somewhere.
Hashtag rewatch everything.
Hashtag nobody uses hashtags anymore, Rich. Lock in, clock in. And it's time to clock out, actually. Guys, we've been on this for too long. Thank you so much for listening to us here. Anthony, it looks like you have something to say. It's like on the tip of your tongue right now.
No, I'm waiting to sign out. That's what's on the tip of my tongue. Right. The sign out. I'm signing out. Control-Alt-Delete, Alt F4.
Long live the timeline, guys.
The Wolverine.
Bye.